which goes to Mike. Mike, what is your topic?
Decide my topic was?
Oh, yeah.
What were we gonna, Fantastic Four, I guess?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It came out.
So yeah, I saw Fantastic Four last week. Was it last week, I guess? And I know Ben's read it. I know I sent it to Sam, but I wrote...
Great article. You guys should check it out. It's on writecontempt.com, WRITECONTEMPT.com.
Yes, thank you.
Definitely.
I wrote 2 articles that are thousands of words of just everything wrong. Not even everything wrong. I didn't even go to a lot of issues with like Doctor Doom and stuff. I just wrote a lot about general basic stuff that just ruined that movie, and just I don't even know where else to go. Who else saw it? I know Ben didn't see it.
I did not see it.
I've seen it.
I haven't seen it.
Okay.
I have enough friends who told me not to see it.
Yeah, I think everyone... Okay, so let me explain. I saw it because of a certain, ability to do something called torrenting. So I went ahead... Yeah, I wasn't going to pay money to see that movie. And I'm glad that I didn't. It pretty much... It was everything... After I read your article is when I actually said, you know what? I need to go find this to find out if it really... Was it really this bad? Could everyone just be losing their minds? And no, you guys were all 100% right. It was horrible and unexcusable, really. Like, it was such a... I loved the Fantastic Four growing up. It was a great... everything about them was awesome. I love Mr. Fantastic. And they made it seem like he was a complete idiot for the entire movie. On top of all the other things wrong. Explain this. How is it that you can have one teacher for 7 years of your life, be Reed Richards, one of the most... He is smarter than everyone else in the Marvel Universe, really.
Yeah. Combined.
And no one realizes that.
Yeah.
And you do not win the science fair. Oh, which, by the way, is also being taken place with elementary school students for some reason that no one knows about.
Reed was just kept back in the 5th grade for 7 years. That's what happened.
Is that
they didn't tell you that part.
Okay. I feel better knowing that. I'm sorry.
I think there's a lot of little issues, like just behind the scenes production issues with that. I mean,
yes.
I feel like when that movie started, it felt like it was maybe...
Wasn't Fox currently trying to sue the director?
Probably.
For how terrible that movie was?
It doesn't really have to do with the movie. Apparently, the director was very withheld during the production and held himself up like intense and just didn't want to deal with how bad it was. Yeah. And he trashed the house he was renting.
With,
in Florida, right?
Sorry, what?
No, it was in Georgia, like not Georgia, in Mississippi.
I thought it was in
Louisiana.
Florida.
I think it was.
Louisiana. Sorry, New Orleans area.
Yeah,
that's what I
right.
meant to say.
Yep.
There was a lot, and then of course they reshot some of the movie like 6 months after they wrapped, which is very noticeable with Sue Storm's hair throughout. The color and the cut changes in between shots in half the movie. I mean,
that's not noticeable though.
There's a whole thing about the Fantastic Car in the movie that's not even actually in the movie because they cut it all out. Like, the entire ending was changed in the reshoots. So who knows what the original movie was?
Hopefully not that.
He argues that they made it worse, but they might have made it better.
Oh God! Isn't that just terrifying to think of?
It really was. It was everything that could be wrong with it was wrong with it. Like, Sue Storm was marginalized. Ben Grimm had one emotion. He never
talked to another character other than Reed.
It made the original one that came out in the theaters look like a masterpiece.
Yeah.
So
it made it look like the best movie that I've ever... Like, it's amazing. It's a genius movie.
So here's my question.
What's up, Sam?
Like, big picture. Is this good? Like, is this good for movies in general? Given that, like, we've been getting so many reboots, so many superhero movies. Like, is this gonna like put studios at least looking outward in their production, just be like, maybe we don't need to reboot this series again because I think or are people gonna be like, this one-time fluke? One-time.
So, I think people are going to see, oh hey,
just because it's
Fantastic Four still can't be redone. Can't be made to look awesome.
Yeah.
Which is, it's a shame, but because Fantastic Four as a comic, they're fun comics.
Really though?
I mean, they're very hokey.
I feel like Fantastic Four, like it was one of the big hits back in the day, early Silver Age, and then it's been coasting ever since.
Mm-hmm. Well,
they do better appearing in.
Exactly. They're really good when they come over. Yeah, they're very good crossover guest stars.
Fair enough.
I give them that because it is a little bit silly. Those are the powers that combine to defeat things. It's so random.
Yeah, I think if Fantastic Four were to ever succeed off the page, it would be as a TV show of some sort, and probably just a cartoon.
I think they just need to throw them into the Marvel Universe. Not this cast though, because I don't think a single person in that cast was right for any of it.
No.
Yeah.
None of them. Not a single person. The Reed Richards guy maybe wanted, I really want to go find him and just punch him for even trying to do that movie.
And I know that...
Punch the casting director.
He was horrible. Honestly, the original cast for the first movie was pretty darn good.
Yeah, they were.
With the exception of Jessica Alba.
No. Even she...
No, I didn't. I didn't like her in that part.
Sorry, what?
Yeah.
And that's Ben.
Anyway, the way I would do a Fantastic Four movie, especially after the two series that we've gotten, it wouldn't be a Fantastic Four movie. It'd be a Doctor Doom movie. Like I think that's the only way to really pull the Fantastic Four into a cinematic.
That's another thing. The villain Doctor Doom is pretty cool.
Yeah, he's huge.
I mean,
since everyone already knows everything,
he successfully separates the Hulk from Bruce Banner. For God's sakes.
Yeah.
If you made like a Doctor Doom origin movie, is what you're saying, and then had the Fantastic Four come in, that would be
they would be throughout the movie because I mean, Reed would be Doom's roommate in college or whatever, and then he kicks him out, and you could do that the entire Doom storyline and have all the Fantastic Four interspersed and explained.
Yeah,
but follow Doom because he's a much more interesting character to follow.
So write that because that sounds good.
Yeah,
I would watch that.
Yeah,
I don't think it'll get made, but I'd watch it.
No, it won't. Unfortunately.
So I mean, we know that during production they had already greenlit Fantastic Four 2,
and they haven't said anything yet, have they?
They've already
hilarious.
Oh, they did.
They finally canceled it. They did it 3 days ago. They canceled it, and in its place, they've replaced it with Deadpool 2.
Mm.
Oh,
so.
This is the best thing to happen to comic books.
I think so too. I think that's I think it's a good way to go. We'll see what happens when Deadpool comes out. I think Deadpool's gonna be great, so I'm sure it's safe. But
absolutely.
Yeah.
When we're finally gonna have a rated R comic book movie.
Well, I mean, we had Blade, but.
Oh yeah, I guess there was Blade.
That was way early.
Yeah. It was. I actually just watched The Expendables 3 with Wesley Snipes in it, and I went, I watched that, and I liked all the Blade references he made, which was pretty good. But yeah, there were points where I was like, "Really? Why did I watch that?"
Yeah. Fox's side of things is interesting right now. Well, it'll, once Apocalypse comes and Deadpool comes, who knows what's gonna happen with Fantastic Four? They might actually release Fantastic Four to Disney, which I would love, but they're so antagonistic toward each other. Who knows?
Yeah. And Disney is making characters that I don't think could ever stand alone. So maybe they could pull off a Fantastic Four movie. Although I still don't think they're going to pull off a Black Panther movie, but that's just me.
I think you might be surprised.
Yeah, I will happily be surprised.
Yeah.
About that. Okay, I don't see it. I don't see Black Panther without the X-Men.
You just don't like T'Challa? I see.
It's not even that. It's just
It's gonna be fine because you're gonna watch Civil War and they're gonna hook you.
Yeah, he's there.
You're gonna be there for Black Panther, no question.
Yeah, all the ones that are done by Marvel
going
Studios
to see every comic book movie that comes out,
except Fantastic Four.
Well, I'm still going to watch Fantastic Four.
You don't know,
it's worth watching. Just don't.
Let's be honest. I am going to watch it. But yeah, no,
it's cool to hate. It's cool.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
you know what I
watch
might
this
do?
show.
I might watch Fantastic Four when Mystery Science Theater does a riff tracks on it.
Oh, that would be pretty
because
good.
That would be fucking hilarious.
Okay. I don't know if I could build anything out of Fantastic Four.
Oh, really?
I don't...
I haven't seen it, so I don't.
I don't know if there's even
the same thing over and over again.
I don't know if there's any story there. I don't know. I don't think it's so redeemable in any way.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and start to wrap up. Before we